This is the continuation of the set in 7.1. Again, in this set, we're trying to construct a square. So I know that I need a 90-degree angle and congruent sides. And I know I can construct a 90-degree angle by creating the perpendicular bisector. My catch here is that I really want my length of my square to be Rn. So I need my perpendicular bisector to actually be here. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my line Rn. And I'm going to treat this new length as part of the diagonal. I'm going to treat Rn as half my diagonal. So I'm going to measure that, a little more precise measure. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to measure that. So now I have my full diagonal, okay? Which means I can now construct my rhombus. I go to one end of my diagonal and I make my arc above and below. I go to the second side of my diagonal and I make my arc above and below. And luckily for me, since I made this so close, I can see my rhombus point down here. So again, we're just going to sketch in that rhombus because that would really, again, I just want you to be aware that you're often constructing a rhombus. In this case, you were constructing a rhombus where Rn was half the diagonal. So you finished the diagonal, and then you made the rhombus. So now, in order to get that 90-degree angle right here, I'm going to have my other diagonal. So I want the line that connects. And in this case, I'm not going to keep going. I'm going to stop right here at R. And that's so that I can really be kind of figuring out that, finishing that square. So I now can mark this as 90 degrees because that's what I've done. I've created a perpendicular. I now have to, basically, I'm now creating a rhombus with this as my angle because a rhombus has congruent sides and so does a square. So I measure my length, R to N. I copy that length on this segment up here. I then create all the points that are equidistant from N out here to R to N, and I do that from this side also. I now have my four corners. I have R and N, and we'll call this A and I. And so now I use my straight edge to finish connecting the four sides. And I finish marking my drawing. So 4 congruent sides, 4 angles.